Coucou YouTube, on se retrouve exactement où on s'était arrêté la dernière fois. On allait voir Papa Gortache. Alors. Bonjour tout le monde.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her.
Mais tu comptes ouvrir ta gueule à chaque fois que je vais faire un pas? Ou c'est comment? Non, cocotte, je te comprends, mais calme-toi. On va s'en occuper en temps et en heure. Ah, mais je te l'ai dit, hein, tu peux le tuer toi-même, je m'en fous complètement.
Please, my friends, an old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlak, come and say a proper hello.
My respects? You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colourful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Gortash always did have an
Oh, il est chou. Il croit que je vais m'allier à lui. Ou alors je peux vous tuer toi et ta copine et puis prendre les 3 trucs et puis faire ce que je veux. Non.
The likes of you stand to benefit from the likes of me. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her.
Qu'elle essaye.
Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. She might be anywhere.
Ah oui, merde, c'est vrai, c'est une change-forme.
Protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Alors c'est drôle parce que j'étais entendu parler avec elle et Ketheric en mode ah oui on va faire une armée, on va attaquer la porte de Baldur et puis là il est en train de me dire ah bah je veux protéger la cité. Tu te fous de ma gueule. Voilà, genre tu vas me faire croire ça.
I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here. So the 3 are united once again.
Oui, mais j'ai pas du tout confiance en ce que tu vas en faire.
Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
Alors, je t'ai vu agir, Coco. Je veux pas de toi, ni comme allié, ni comme roi. Alors, je te jure, empereur de mes couilles, si tu continues à m'interrompre tout le temps...
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
En vrai, je vais voir ça.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Exactement.
So Ketherick was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise. But you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketherick and Orin together.
Ouais, et on voit ce que ça a donné.
This would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me.
Alors je suis désolé frérot, mais c'est toujours non. J'ai tellement pas envie, mais d'un autre côté, je vois ce qu'il veut me dire, le stalker de merde là. Temporairement, ah je sais pas, mais Carla qui va pas être contente si je fais ça. Oh non. Putain de merde, je sais pas. Je sais vraiment pas. Je sais que je peux pas lui faire confiance, c'est sûr. Est-ce que je peux donner ma réponse plus tard?
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless.
Pardon?
Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
Take that with a grain of salt. This is Gortash we're talking to.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart.
Pardon.
A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies.
Allez, je me casse.
Witness, as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Franchement, ça m'intéresse pas.
Allow me to peek it for you.
Your brain twists and stretches under the Watcher's gaze. The pain almost brings you to your knees before fading.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Baldur's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Je suis désolé, cocotte, mais vraiment...
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Yeah. Fucker always had expensive taste. I don't know how anyone in this hall could fall for this charade. Isn't it obvious what a chancer he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Ah merde, du coup, faut... non, c'est pas par là qu'il faut que j'aille. Oh, bordel de merde. Attends, Misora? Elle est là?
And the fist must unite under one authority. Gortash is uniquely qualified, truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn? Not just glory, paradise. Faerun suffers in darkness, but Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, and it will be Gortash who...
Ouais, ok, Osef.
Let the people rejoice. In Archduke Gortash,
Ah, c'est ça, elle est là?
they are safe.
A new age is upon.
What the fuck? Attends, quoi?
You make everything such a bother.
C'est quoi cette embrouille? Ah, je parie qu'elle doit être genre en dessous. Oh putain de merde. Parce que là, ils disent que c'est là, mais je vois rien. Ah, elle est là.
Little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble.
Bon.
Poor thing. He's had a tough go, and you don't know the half of it. You see, Gortash has had Will's father relocated. Rude. This is Gortash's game. I'm just an impartial observer.
Bah voyons.
Raven Guard's good as dead. And to think there's no way to save him. Or is there? I know enough. Let's talk to Will in your camp. Work something out. The Duke's life depends on it.
Bah voyons. C'est ça, casse-toi. Du coup... Maintenant, je pense que je peux sortir. Attends, je crois que c'est au sud qu'il faut que j'aille, en vrai. Attends, mais j'ai pas été là. Il a pas l'air d'y avoir d'objectif par ici, mais j'ai quand même envie d'explorer un peu. Ah, la ville basse, ok. Donc c'est bien par là qu'il faut que j'aille. Alors qu'au sud, il y a le reste de mes objectifs. Par contre, ça m'étonne cette histoire d'imposteur. Je me demande si c'est vrai. Ça m'emmerde du coup. Ah, c'est pas la gamine.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
Ce serait marrant que ce soit la gamine.
A devil will come for her due. Mizora is no different. Whatever it is she comes to offer, whatever choice Will makes, someone will suffer. Count on it. Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago.
Ah bah du coup je peux parler à Will.
Your tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mizora to Will.
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mizora started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mizora's always worth hearing out. That's what makes her so dangerous. We'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mizora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to. Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him.
Ah, je le crois pas du tout.
Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. Twice. The first time I was a boy of 7 or 8 at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. I couldn't say. But think about this. My father was tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
I don't relish the idea of Mizora visiting our camp, let alone offering us anything resembling a deal. When the devils start approaching you, you know you're in deep. Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate.
Ah putain, j'avais oublié que j'avais des armures à équiper aussi.
I don't know if you perform the ritual there. It feels too public. It'd risk exposure. I hope so, because I am not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Misora schemes with Will's very freedom. He deserves to know what she is up to. I've been unfair to you, but honestly, you've surpassed even those.
Whatever business Will has with Misora, it will cost him dearly. Or worse still, it will cost us. I hope we can afford it.
Fate spins along, as it should. Have you need of my services?
Be assured, it is not by choice.
The girl has left to hew her own path.
She left you a letter. Thou could hast thou
Oui, la lettre, du coup, je l'ai vue.
Will ought to know what happened with Misora. Whatever she has in store for him can't be good. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. Worm's Crossing is a choke point. If I wanted to intercept a new arrival, I'd find somewhere before the bridge, blend in amongst the crowds, and wait. Most people seeking entry to the city will be refugees. I'd look wherever they're gathering.
Ok, ça se tient. À qui j'ai pas parlé? À Carac. Salut cocotte.
Misora. I'd take anything she says with a grain of salt. But with her claws as deep in our business as they are, I guess we can't ignore her completely. He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work, guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zauriel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
I had no wish to lose Will, but my, it would have been nice to flush her into the colony's flesh pit.
I wonder what the next move is.
Well, well, well.
Let me work my magic.
No one's stopped me yet.
Ouais, en fait, je vais me casser. Honnêtement, c'est fou à quel point j'ai pas envie de lui faire confiance à ce mec.
Potion? What good is that?
Did you see how far that watcher threw me?
Down for those dancing axe.
I can't believe you tried to climb up one, you madman!
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job. Whatever you're working on.
Ok, super, merci. Putain.
You are not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Ah putain de merde.
Seems like a lot.
To feel her fingers grip yours in pure ecstasy.
Shh. People will hear.
Attends, il y a... Ah, il y a un autre marchand là. Bonjour. Ah, la charesse de caresse. La caresse de charesse. Bonjour.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be?
Oh, du poisson. Bah, je suis désolé frérot, mais rien pour l'instant. Attends, qu'est-ce que Ombrecoeur fait avec des flèches? What the fuck? Ah oui, du coup, oui, je voulais voir aller du coup pour les potions.
Doesn't make any sense.
You will when you've met the drow. They're twins.
Oh, Father, give me strength.
Ok, et donc là, le nord... Non, on va au sud là, donc ok, on revient là où on était tout à l'heure, d'accord. Ah! Je me suis évadé de prison, bande de cons. En plus, le pire, c'est qu'il s'attendait l'autre, hein. Il était en mode, ah bah vous voilà, dis donc. Ah attends, merde, du coup, faut peut-être que je récupère l'Aisel. Pour l'instant, je vais redéposer Karnak et je vais récupérer l'Aisel.
What's on your mind? Sounds boring. Ah.
Baldur's Gate. It is done. Blackets will be done.
Ok, donc là, Chambres caresse. On y va avec la grou-grou. Sachant qu'au final, j'ai pas eu à me battre. Attends, mais... Comment je me suis téléporté? What the fuck? Comment on entre? C'est là? Non, c'est pas là. Comment on entre? Bonjour, bonjour. Alors, je sais pas trop comment j'ai fait ça, mais... Oh, une danseuse. Attends, merde. C'est où qu'il faut que j'aille du coup? Parce que... Attends, tu sais quoi? Il y a une meuf au comptoir là, je vais lui parler. Bonjour.
Another drow for my feasting eyes. In darkness bred, yet no less delicious for
Attends, comment ça, encore un?
Elegant, decadent, and oh so dangerous. I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Of course you wouldn't. Who can resist the pleasure of the strap once leather meets flesh? It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
Ok, donc elle va pas m'aider. C'est chiant parce que... Ok, donc c'est ça, c'est vraiment explorer, donc démerde-toi. Bon, ça n'a pas l'air d'être par là. Là c'est verrouillé. Là c'est la cuisine. J'ai entendu Raphaël Sex Life. D'accord. Ah mais tu sais, notre ami le démon là, ah il aime le cul. Chambre privée peut-être. Mais non mais ça me ramène dehors ça, c'est complètement con. Oh!
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Calim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Désolé.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait. I know you.
I don't understand. What's...
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. Change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh.
Oh non, quelle horreur! Non, cocotte, la petite nymphe, reste pas là. Reste, casse-toi. Où est la Hazel?
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Blood comes easy these days.
Think you can take me on?
Talk to me.
Let me recite their demise.
our chances.
What should I do?
Bon. Mais qu'est-ce qu'elle branle sur le toit, cette conne?
Looking for a loving home.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Time to press ahead.
He's a professional.
Underestimate the forgotten.
Ah bah le voilà.
Hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you ask.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael. For the sake of my people.
Hush now, Voss. These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Whatever you discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room.
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
I gave you back your privacy by shutting that illithid in your pocket out of your mind. It can't hear us. I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away. Which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far. But no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you, and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. Very perceptive. Yes.
Oui.
I can give you the means to break him free.
Alors, Raphaël.
I suppose you'd rather suck on the Emperor's tentacles till the end of your days? Orpheus, is your only hope of surviving this horror show without devolving into an illithid. To you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an elder brain. No. Orpheus is the only reason you're still alive. The Emperor is abusing the gift for its own ends. And it's doing the same to you. You're nothing more than the beast of burden that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. And if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
I won't stop you. But time is running out.
Non, lui pareil, j'ai aucune envie de lui faire confiance.
If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. I can understand that. There's reprieve in solitude. But it's concerning that something could intervene like that, especially when we are so close to the Elder Brain. Do you have any idea what it was? Raphael? Well, thank you for your honesty. Of course, I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? How interesting. No doubt he impressed upon you the need to do so. And what did he want in return for this knowledge?
You feel the touch of the Emperor's mind peeling at the edge of yours, trying to gain access. Its thoughts slide into yours, turning through them like fingers, sifting for answers, which it finds.
You're telling the truth. Good. I am glad. But be careful. The devil is like a cockroach. No matter what you do to it.
Non, mais c'est fascinant, hein, parce que je lui fais pas confiance, il me fait pas confiance, il fouille mes pensées. C'est incroyable.
That you will continue to remember who is really on your side. Without my protection, you cannot defeat the Elder Brain. You cannot even get close to it, no matter what the devil whispers in your ear.
Shkaketh! You know Raphael holds the key to the prince's freedom, and you turned away. Either go to Raphael and hear him out, or tell Voss you failed him and the Githyanki people. It will not be a pleasant reunion.
Ah, c'est marrant, toute la salle où il y a Raphaël, elle est en noir et blanc.
You paid Raphael a visit. I want to hear all about it.
Spoon.
Was the finest strudel I
Ah, elle est là.
Voss, friend to the comet.
Lae'zel of Kalir, warrior of warriors. Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir. I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the First Mother's son.
Githkar Tavkim crashed. You put your trust in me, Voss. I plan to honor it.
Yes, and it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Raphael possesses a powerful relic called the Orphic Hammer. That hammer is the only thing capable of smashing the chains that bind the Prince of the Comet. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and us from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand. The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Ouais, on verra.
A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices.
The House of Hope. We must find a way in.
The House of Hope, you say? I couldn't ask for a name more fitting. Every house has an entrance, Istik. Even those in the Hells. You must find it.
Ouais, ok.
Wasting your time and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind there.
Tu me pètes les couilles, empereur de mort. Bon. Bah tu sais quoi? Je vais faire une petite sauvegarde et j'ai envie de faire une scène de cul avant de terminer la vidéo.